Greetings and welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast. In this podcast, we'll dive deep into reparenting, exploring all of the tools and resources that you'll need to help you along your journey. This podcast is divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading. The second is a discussion of the reading followed by suggested journal prompts. And the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us today. I'm so glad that you're here as we continue on this journey of self-expansion and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. Before we dive in, a quick reminder. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Your support here helps spread the word and grow this community of self-reparenting. Now for a few updates. First, I'm excited to introduce our Patreon community, where for a small monthly fee, you can join us for 3 weekly reparenting support meetings. Sundays, we have a guided meditation for emotional grounding. On Tuesdays, we have a book club discussion for deeper discussions and growth. And on Thursdays, we have open topic conversations for real-time support on any topics that may come up. You can find all of the details about what's included in this community by going to the Reparenting Daily website and checking out the community tab. In addition, we now have a WhatsApp support group, a global network of fellow travelers available anytime you need encouragement, guidance, or a simple connection. This is just one of the many ways we're building a strong, supportive space for your reparenting journey. The next announcement is that I've just released my first few books. The first is the Reparenting Daily Journal, a structured 365-day guide to help you work through reparenting day by day. Starting in 2025, each month focuses on a key theme with weekly sub-themes. The Reparenting Daily podcast episodes align with the journal, making it an interactive and immersive experience to help you stay focused and ensure real progress this year. Now for the next announcement, I'm thrilled to introduce Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily, a collection of 3 books inspired by Jungian analysis, mythology, philosophy, psychology, and most importantly, the work of Marie-Louise von Franz. These short, simple stories are designed to help you reconnect with your inner child and experience healing through storytelling. What makes these books unique? Well, at the end of each story, there's a deep dive analysis exploring its themes, explored by journal prompts to help you reflect on how these lessons relate to your personal journey. All of these books are now available on Amazon, so go ahead and take a look and support this project. Reparenting is a journey of growth, iterative change, and continuous improvement. Much like nurturing the bonsai tree, it requires patience, care, consistency, and attention. Thanks for being here and supporting this work, and for committing on your journey of self-expansion. Now, without further ado, let's dive into today's practice. Today's reading is from the ACA Daily Meditation. This reading is entitled Emotional Pain. Just as a reminder, we're in May and the theme for this month is emotional regulation. This is the end of the first week, so May 1st to 7th. And the theme for this week has been understanding your emotional landscape. I'd just like to give you a heads up before we get started. In case you're a regular listener, you can now check out the show notes section and skip the introduction and start right from the daily practice if you'd like to save some time and avoid having to skip. So I thought I'd add that just to add a bit more convenience, since I'm normally talking about the same things in the introduction. So I might change that soon coming up. But normally I keep that, going, so I don't have to do that over every time, but I try to change it every few months or so. So I'll give you a heads up if that ever changes. But in the meantime, if you'd like to skip ahead, now you can do that much more easily. Okay, let's go to the reading. Emotional pain. Our experience reveals that there is value in emotional pain. With support and with gentleness, we can find our healthy pain and its healing release, just as we reclaimed our tears. Big Red Book, page 212. Recovery brought us many new realizations. We came to understand that to protect ourselves during childhood, we had shut down. This didn't happen for just one event or one day. We had to put a clamp on ourselves for years. Our reactions to pain were normal under the circumstances, just as our bodies protected us by recoiling from a hot stove. They protected us another way. When we received the maximum limit of emotional pain tolerable. Our bodies distance us from that pain. Healthy recoil. We were most likely unaware of this shutdown. Over the years, so many moments, hours, and days were lost, and eventually we lost ourselves. We may have even wondered, how does a normal person feel stuff? In recovery, as we begin to uncover the pain, we sometimes feel overcome with indistinguishable numbers of emotions. We might think something is wrong or something bad might happen. But we are told, those we trust in ACA, that getting in touch with our healthy pain is a good thing. Thank goodness we have our meetings in our community. We sit together like children who have all escaped a fire. There's comfort in going through this together. We recover our pain by talking about it to others, safe others. And that is a great way to heal. On this day, I embrace my healthy pain, remembering that I have a lot to release and process. I feel myself gradually becoming healed and freer every day. Thanks, and that's the reading for today. Welcome back, welcome back. Today's reading focuses on emotional pain as a necessary part of healing and recovery, which speaks directly to May's theme of emotional regulation and this week's focus on understanding your emotional landscape. This reading explains how during childhood, many of us protected ourselves by emotionally shutting down. This was not a weakness, but a survival response. Over time, this shutdown disconnected us from our feelings, making emotional experiences confusing or overwhelming in adulthood. As we begin to heal, painful emotions resurface, sometimes all at once, leading us to believe something is wrong. However, the reading reframes this pain as healthy pain, a sign that the body and mind are finally ready to release long-held wounds. Feeling pain in this context is progress. Understanding your emotional landscape requires learning to recognize not only joy, calm, and contentment, but also the value of purpose of painful emotions. In recovery, reparenting ourselves means developing the capacity to sit with difficult feelings rather than avoiding or numbing them. This reading reminds us that we don't have to do this alone, and that sharing our pain with others who can understand can be a powerful part of this healing process. By embracing our pain with support and gentleness, we begin to restore the connection to our authentic emotional selves, slowly allowing healing and self-trust to grow. As we look at the journal prompts today, number 1, what painful emotions have recently surfaced for me, and how might they be signals of healing rather than signs of something being wrong? Number 2, how did I learn to suppress or avoid emotional pain in my childhood, and how is this pattern still showing up today? Number 3, what safe spaces or supportive people can I turn to as I work through and express my healthy pain? That's it for today. Thanks so much for being here. Take care of yourself, and please do be well. Welcome back, welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please go ahead and find a space where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you comfortable today. Take a moment to simply be with yourself. Focus on your breath and gently connect with each part of your body. If thoughts arise, don't let them overwhelm you. Just observe them without attachment. Imagine them as leaves drifting down atop a river, passing by without needing your engagement. Stay present, grounded, and open to this moment, no matter what time you are listening and practicing this meditation. Namaste.